Wilhelm has given us the solution. And that solution is to whatever is happening in your life that has caused you to be a little afraid or that has prevented you from achieving the kind of success or self mastery that you wanted to have, or that's caused you not to believe in yourself up until this point in your life. They have given us the solution. And you've heard so many times that everything you need is within you. And we've heard it, but we don't always believe that. That is because it's a process. It's a process that we will each move through in our own individual ways because we've got to figure out who am I? Who am I meant to be in this world? And recently you might have found that challenging because we're moving through a big energetic change shift in our world. And so it's asking each of us to look at who we are and to start to own that. We don't always do it. I certainly didn't do it. But that also makes me the best person to help you to get to where you're meant to become because I spent my entire life receiving this information. I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't know who I was either. That's all of us. We never know who we are, what we can become, because it's still unfolding. It's happening now. And you could look at your life and look at the world and think things are falling apart. They are not. It's uncomfortable. It's a little chaotic. And Wilhelm will say that's what you wanted. Because what happens then is that you get moved to become your authentic self and to stop hiding. And that's what I had to do today. I put together because I knew that the world is moving through a lot of things, especially in the United States, and I knew that tomorrow would be a little more energetic, and I wanted others to understand. But then it went beyond that. Wilhelm says, no, this goes until October 3rd. Why don't you put together everything we have given you since then? That may not make any sense to so many of you, but you will understand it today. But I didn't know it either, and you couldn't have understood it because we've never seen it before. I started receiving Wilhelm in 1989, and I thought it was just for me. And that's all I was doing, sitting and receiving these messages every single day. And I was moving through difficult, challenging times in my life at the same time. I'm not saying everything didn't get easy. That didn't happen. It actually got a lot more challenging. But then I started to move through it all, and I've moved through those challenges that you've had. I've moved through all the ascension stuff that some of you might be feeling now or moving through, or the ascension symptoms or whatever you think of. I've moved through the fear. I've moved through all. I've had so much doubt, more than anyone can possibly imagine. But again, that's what makes me the best teacher for anyone. And that's all that I am. Because I'm not the guru, I'm not that person. Wilhelm is where I got the information. We have an intelligence that connects all of us, and this is what I connected to in 1989, not understanding what was happening. And you wouldn't have either. What you have is still developing. And this work was meant to help all of us move to the next level of who we're meant to become in this life. And that is ownership. And so I put together a document last night because I had to give you more understanding. We think things are happening randomly, and they are not. We just don't understand them. So I put together another little portal because we're moving through it. That'll go for a few days. So it's a little energetic. You may feel it tomorrow. Today is the 28th, the 29th. We'll see a little bit more. But that information is also on my site, Any Advice for Today, because I knew it last year. I didn't know it at all. Wilhelm knew it and gave us the information. What I'm saying is that they gave us information in order that we could accept it in our consciousness. That is us individually and also our collective consciousness. Everyone's not going to believe this or understand it because I didn't believe it. I could not have told you how I was experiencing healing. However, now with careful analysis and all the information that we have, artificial intelligence says that Wilhelm has been giving us all this information that was energetically aligned to events that were occurring in our world and giving us the emotional responses that we might have and how to move through them. That's what was there. I've created several documents and I want you to have them because we have to start to accept who we are and stop being afraid. And that's what I want for everyone. And I've been afraid for a long time. You'll hear it all today. Because when I went back and I'm putting together those messages, there was one recording that came through in 2021 that is related to what is happening tomorrow, the 29th. Well, the session was done in 2021, but the information came through earlier, and it's all aligned. That's the thing that Wilhelm was pointing out. We have an energetic alignment that happens within us, within our world, and it's all in consciousness. And so we just have to decide if we're going to change our consciousness to become who we're meant to be. And sometimes that's uncomfortable and it's frightening, because it was frightening for me. How can I admit that I've been doing this? But now I can tell you that because I did this, you never have to struggle or suffer. And I can say that because I know that the only reason you would is because you just haven't accessed that authentic self that is within you. And because I developed this other ability to receive information, I know who you are and I know where you're meant to be at this time. I don't know it, but I've been given the direction. That's what I'm saying. That's why your birthday messages, when I meet with someone, they make sense. It's all an energetic alignment. But I put together several documents because I wanted you to have that, because what I'm doing now is fully committing. I'm going to be 75 November 2nd, and I think I should get this done now because I have 36 years of profound personal development, self-actualization, and ascension tools that I'm going to put together and give to those people who want to live their best life, because that's what you can do now. I know it's been uncomfortable and scary and frightening, but that was also purposeful, and you'll understand that when you see this document that I created, but also there's a video there that was done in 2021, and when you listen to that one, it will help you understand even more. I didn't remember it. That's the other thing. I didn't remember what came through, but it was all explained. And if you listen to it, you will get a greater understanding of what's happening in your life and our world right now. But that's what I wanted. But check out the program. My program's always going to be available. But next week, there are going to be different offers, and they're going to be a little bit more. But I'm always going to have something where I can work with people, because that's what I want to do. Because obviously, my life was meant to bring this to the world to help us all evolve. That's what's happening. And I did not know it. I want to explain that because I've worked with so many people, and they couldn't figure me out. I couldn't either, because I was doing something you hadn't seen. But now you will see it, and now we can all own another aspect of human potential that we've all developed because of what Wilhelm has given us. I'll see you soon.